Hi all, this is Anthony with Adventures with Anthony, here with another travel tip to make your next adventure awesome. Today's travel tip is going to be the first in a series on using Google Flights, one of the most powerful tools in the adventurer's arsenal. Today we're going to be specifically looking at the Low Fare Calendar, a great tool on Google Flights that lets you find the perfect flight at a great price. With Google Flights, the calendar tool is a very powerful tool for finding the best time for you to take your flight. So this is most useful if you know what airport you're going to be leaving from and you know what airport you want to go to, but you're really flexible with the actual dates that you're going to leave and return. So one good example for this might be, let's say I live in Chicago and I know that I'm going to want a break from the winter this year, and so I'm going to go to Hawaii. I'm not really particular when I go, as long as it's during the winter and I'm able to warm up a little bit. So I'm going to specify that I'm going from Chicago O'Hare to Honolulu, Hawaii. And then I don't know what dates I want, so I'm just going to select these dates and it's going to default to a calendar here. So I can take a look at this and say, okay, so starting in August I see flights to Hawaii from $684, $679. You can easily see what's the cheapest flights by looking at what prices are highlighted in green. So I can see a few flights here, but nothing that really stands out necessarily. We can go a little bit forward. You know, it's not going to be that cold in September or even October. So let's go ahead and see what we're looking at for November or December. And so now I'm looking here in December and I see for $656 I can leave on December 6th. So I'm going to select that and now it's going to let me choose my return flight. So for example, if I leave on the 6th and return on the 13th, spending 1 week in Hawaii, something that's going to be $657. Or I can save $9 if I come back the day before. So let's go and say I do that, leaving on December 6th and returning on December 12th. And so now I'm able to see here, I've got a $648 round-trip flight on Virgin America and Alaska Airlines that leaves at 1:47 p.m., has a 50-minute layover in San Francisco, and lasts a total of 11 hours and 39 minutes before landing in Honolulu. But now maybe that's a little bit concerning. Maybe I want a little bit more time to spend when I'm in Hawaii. I don't want to land that late at night. So that's where the filters come in handy. You've got a lot of different filters here. You can specify if you only want to take non-stop flights, or if you want to limit it to one stop or more. You can specify a maximum price you're willing to pay. You can specify what airlines you fly on, if there's one you don't want to, or if you want to earn frequent flyer miles on a specific airline. But in this case, I'm mostly concerned with when do I arrive in Hawaii. So I'm okay with arriving at any time, let's say before 6 p.m. And so now it's going to automatically update these flights, but maybe this date isn't the best anymore. So now I can go back to the calendar, and it's going to repopulate all of these prices based on my filters. So for example, I see that I can leave on December 5th, and return on December 12th. And now I've got a $648 round-trip flight that gets in at 12:40 p.m. But now I see that there's another problem with this flight. It has an 11-hour layover in San Francisco, and that's just not pleasant. So let's go ahead and add one more filter then. And this time we're going to look at the duration filter. So I'm fine with spending up to 14 hours on a plane. No more than that. And so now, once again, meeting both my criteria, a flight that lands before 6 p.m. and has a total duration of less than 14 hours. I see a United flight with a 36-minute layover for $738. Or I can go back into the calendar and take one more look and see what options I have. Now, it is worth noting that the more filters you add, typically the price will go up as you find more flights that are what you're actually looking for. They're expecting you that you might pay a little bit more for those better itineraries. So this is where going back and forth with the calendar becomes really useful for finding when is the best possible. So maybe save a little bit of money on this $727 flight, leaving on the 28th and returning on the 5th. And once again, we see it's actually a very similar flight, the same United flight with that one 36-minute layover. So basically, going through and using the calendar to your advantage will let you figure out when would be the best time to fly if your dates are flexible. This has been an Adventures with Anthony travel tip, and I hope that you find the information useful when you're planning your next adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment with any additional questions you might have, and we'll cover them in a future travel tip. You can also go to our website at adventureswithanthony.com, read reviews of some of the adventures that we have taken over the past few years, and start planning your next adventure. Thank you. Until next time, I'm Anthony. Have an adventure.